going to the. I'm over here at the Tyler Dirt Truck. I just can't chew and talk and bite my tongue and stuff.
You 76ers? You guys are something else.
I'm at this APR. Kitman here. Well, you were.
So like now, and I appreciate your concern about the eating. Okay. That's why I very seldom, and I wish I could go back, and I've been telling you, I don't really, people always wanted I'm kind of not a talker, it's breaking me down over time, and I just mean it's life, and it's not that that's why I'm getting confused, right? It's the whole social and everybody, and I just, like life, whatever, too much not talking and, no, just listen, wait, see? I just meant not enough talking sometimes to people face to face, and so many people on a social media or some kind of a thing that it's like confused me, right? Yeah. Like now I was mentioning I appreciate because now I'm eating my food. You're
calling all responders. Sanjay here, letting you know that Steelheart is fully charged and ready for action. If you're in Morgantown, go ahead and activate him so we can check the alarms on the stash room. Just make sure he doesn't take too much damage.
About tomorrow,
I've got enough
no,
for
that's what I want you to
bad
do. Live your normal happy life, and that's what I meant about, I'm enjoying the company now and why I'm trying to drag it out. Sorry. And I try to keep my volume down in the mirror. Hopefully these nice people, wherever they are enjoying it.
I was just wondering why people are going to get.
Well, I don't even know. And that's why you're being my support now. We're trying to focus on sandwich. Sorry. It's hard for me, and that's why I'm like trying not to sound panicked. Then I get a headache when I panic breathing. Again, breathing is important. Slow breathing, natural breathing. No, I'm trying to thank you because a lot of these conversations, like anything, I'd rather just almost be like pew pew pew, and so like normal. I'm just trying to go pew 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 with you for a bit right now. I know we're both tired, but you're you're a great person. So. So like now, it's good. Like my landlord's a good people. I think my housemates are good people too. That's why when I'm at Revenge, I tried to take them out. We don't get to connect anymore. I feel, just like when I would work with people, or why I was referencing my girlfriend, is, people will make misassociations of what they think of a person, and sometimes later down the road you'll think differently of the person. And I've been fearing recently. Because, I was on this game, and then
Systems
I had a lot of
online
kind of come
weapon
back.
system charging
People were happy to be
patrol
around, but
routine.
my attitude is not always
Citizens,
the best.
please
right?
clear the area
I've been
immediately.
upset.
Responder operations in progress. Danger
level
high.
I'm like, no, that's what I usually tell you. I
Please
feel like
report
sometimes,
any suspicious
you,
raider
that's what I'm
activity. Raiders
that's what
yourself.
Everybody else needs to throw bombs in the ocean and walk down the street and be like, hi, what's your name? And be like, my name's Bill, nice to meet you. Or just that everybody seems as, I'm gonna sneeze, really awkward conversation. I'm the king of awkward recently.
Come to the responders. Base at Morgantown Airport.
Yeah, so that's why
and supplies.
Interpersonal communication skills kind of went the way, and I got it. That's why I was just mentioning, there's so many words, and as I don't like words, and people think I like to talk, I'm like, no, it's just that people always felt like I was supposed to talk, and don't even want to talk all the time. If I play this game, I'd rather, and if you're gonna go have a wonderful time. The problem I have with so working, like I used to go to work, right? And I like people, and you could seem stern with somebody or something, and then suddenly all day you were trying to work, and you could almost feel that the person was only thinking about how you talked to them, and then you try to even go like, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, and you'd almost like try to make amends for it, and it would just be like that the bulk of the day or anything could become about the interpersonal communication together, which is a part of life.
Scanning responder emergency supply location. M1
for a long time
alarm system detected. Initiate remote interface. Interface secure. Initiate.
Don't
testing.
Mind my emotional states a lot.
Warning.
You know, my emotions come from things like my physical pain.
During the test.
So I've tried, and people might not be able to read what's going on with me, and that's why I just wanted to thank you as you go out tomorrow and have your day. And I'm like, no, most people are supposed to, you know, live their days as they come. I'm going to safe and sound for a minute. Live their days as they come. It doesn't really matter what happens. It's the way we think about things, and that's why I'm thanking you in this moment as I go to safe and sound and eat my sandwich. Trying to focus on eating before we go to bed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So bad that I wish I could feed the world, and even I try to feed my housemates. And recently, that's what I meant. It's like, I appreciate people. I wish I could give the devil killer some chicken. Beast. Or Mr. Pushbirthway. As I gotta smoke some weed now. Oh yeah. So you're good. We used to have this casual vibe, and you're still a good person. That's why I just worry more about your emotional state at times, and I just constantly want to reinforce that. You know, you're a very responsible person. You've been through a lot in life, and I appreciate your friendship and affection towards me.
The critters warmed the pit stop so suddenly. Thanks for agreeing to help clear them out. The repeller thingamajig Gary sent over was supposed to keep them away, but broke and had the opposite effect. Grounds look clear. Hopefully there ain't
that's
much
the
damage.
beauty of the human spirit, is no matter what comes along, we'll find a way to deal with it one way or another. So I'm just writing things online.
At the last of the critters.
I try to be
Great
hopeful.
job.
I write things that can...
Oh, darn.
It's
Looks like the circuit breakers
not that
are blown.
So that's why,
Mind patching them up so
like
Kai can get the
why people have
repellers
a
running?
misunderstanding.
Just follow the
right?
cable
like
from the
Eva
generator. They'll lead you right to them.
Right? It's like, no, I mean...
By all means, keep
like
any spare materials during the
inside
repairs.
of us is hope, and
Oh,
it's like
I
hope
see a
is like
repeller
a
light
flame,
back on.
and you have to
Just a few left
fan
now.
the flames of hope. And so inside of me, I get burdened down, and they always said, you know, life isn't easy. We had a lot of hard times in the past, and there's still hard times. There'll be hard times to come, right? I guess. That's why I got really freaked out earlier, and I don't like talking about some of the stuff I was talking to you about. And I just leave it behind forever. I don't want to talk about it. Like a lot of that stuff that I talk to you about is mainly me kind of bringing you up to speed with some of the
What the heck? It broke again?
Oh,
And it's attracting critters! Please help protect the generator while Brad tries to get the repeller doohickeys working again.
Because, you know, I use my social media as a way to try to influence, like they talk about influencers, but I haven't really taken it as a serious job role in any regard. So people are like, why would you capitalize, try to get powerful and famous, or even having a level of right? But even before that Spider-Man movie, we were saying this now.
Great. Just hold out a little longer.
Yeah, so people used to do this.
What the heck? The juice must have been turned up too high.
and certain historical minds had read Mein Kampf, which is a book by, apparently it was, I think, a Hitler's book, right? And I don't like, so people for 50 years back in the day used to talk a lot, and that's why the really uncomfortable conversation is usually about Nazi Germany. As long as time goes on, people are always feeling like it's an uncomfortable conversation, right? Because it's a dark part of the human past.
I think it's getting worse, not better. You gotta hurry.
The point on that would be that people would conversation was about in a second was insight into other people, right? But you don't even know who you are. Like, that's why we just love to be people, because we look at deer and wonder what deer are thinking. Get emotional about shooting things like dogs. They're like, oh, poor puppy.
Clyde, hurry! Not sure how long we can hold them off.
Humanity effect.
Clyde, no pressure, but we're all counting on you.
Yeah, so I think, and that's what I just wanted to, as we're running around shooting things, is in the modern age right now, we're all very concerned about feelings and our own feelings and how other people feel, and I like to promote that, like hope. You're supposed to fan the flame. Yeah, sure, darkness exists, and, you know, that's why when all Hallows Eve is just Halloween, you know, Halloween.
It's definitely getting worse, all right. He's in my mind when I see him next. Oh, no. Clyde, hurry. Stop thinking as fast. He's looking mighty hungry. Don't fuck now. Shoot that thing. What the heck? You got the juice turned too high, Clyde. Those speakers packed a punch. At least our noggins are.
Yeah, because they called it All Hallows Eve, but I don't focus too much. What I was just using as a reference for a second. Okay.
You really saved our behind.
Because
be sure to come on back once you clean things
up. So one of the things what I'm talking about is the only thing I say is people have asked me a lot about how I figured certain things. I mean, most of the things I've learned are from life experience and other people. But what I was talking about was more this concept of, this is how I'm deciding to talk about. I've always, when I was a kid, even imagined what it'd be like if it was, I guess, about 10,000 years ago, I might say. Maybe 15,000 years ago. Maybe about a little bit. You know, I always imagine that, except for like video games and modern technology, a lot of the stuff that's basically we talk about and the way that people talk about things was almost, in a sense, the same way. They're like, hey, did you see Phil with that hot chick? And they're like, yeah, they went down to the brothel. Or and there's just like, this is like suddenly like, where's my camel at? Where's my camel? How much for that? So, or anything. I don't mean this to. Yeah, it was that you have to. And I thought as a kid, because I'd be a kid, like when I was 7 and 8. So besides learning at school, so you'd learn, what I'm saying is because you're learning modern stuff. You learn about wars or anything on the modern times. And even if they taught you about olden times, right? And so if you took it at whatever, any skepticism or pure fact, any of it, right? You know what I mean? So they'd go, we think that dinosaurs, this and that. And so then eventually as you grew up, there was just like, because like next week they could discover something else. And you're like, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not in a negative. Yeah. And so thinking about things like dark and light, or like when I was a kid in the 80s and in the 90s, and you're growing up fearful of werewolves and aliens and the world, aliens and the devil and God, and all these things you're trying to process, right? I think about stuff, right? And the point was, ready? I go, man, I wonder what they thought 10,000 years ago. And my mind would suddenly, like, not visually, but imagine that I bet 10,000 years ago they dealt with pretty much the exact same thing. So this is how I think about it, right? I'd be like, I'm hungry. I bet some kid thought that 10,000 years ago. What happens if the devil's after me? I bet some kid thought that 10,000 years ago. I go, where's my mom? I bet someone thought that 10,000 years ago. They're like, I'm bored and want something to do. And so it would just be this rhetoric, almost like I'm paraphrasing. Sorry for the other people in the party. It could sound repetitive. Because it's like trying to imagine right now, you go, okay, so if I wasn't playing Fallout, because that's a video game thing, right, and you didn't have your phone, and you'd just be sitting here and be like, alright, what am I going to do? Okay, see that, right? Because you take away your video game and your phone for a minute. Okay, you take away all your technology, and then you're like, well, then it's 2023, and I'm sitting here, and I go, yes, but now I would try to imagine it was 10,000 years ago, so suddenly my walls were not as
other
fancy.
planets
I was living in kind of a ramshackle place, and my clothes weren't cool, and maybe I had a dog outside, and it was like there's no electricity, and you had fire, but even having fire, the wind would blow out the fire, and you'd be like, shoot, I gotta go get some more wood, and then it would rain, it would it's cold, or just anything. Yeah, so it was just this concept that as I grew learning about the modern world, so even if I find out something tomorrow, okay, it was this concept of asking myself and knowing that we live in modern times and we think modern things and we have modern thoughts and we have modern fears. That's the best, modern fears, right?
What is it,
But that's when it was like, right. So it's just trying to throw all of that in the garbage while also keeping it in your head, because all that really matters is accepting where you are in reality. Yeah, because it's like saying, okay, what happens if there's flying cars tomorrow? They're like, cool, if there are flying cars tomorrow, there are flying cars tomorrow. But otherwise, it's just imagination, and imagination is powerful, you get it? And that's where it takes us, but it can only take you there so quickly, I find. Does that make sense to you? Not to... Yeah, so that's what I love, the power of imagination, but it can only take you so far so fast. Not to sound like a downer. Yeah, and that's a beautiful, I'm trying to say that in a beautiful way, and that's the power of imagination. Yeah, it can take you anywhere, it just can't, it's like, ready? The power of imagination, this is going to sound really poetic as I'm warping to Beckley. The power of imagination is like the power of love, because it can travel far and fast and unlimited reaches. That's what I used to say this about love. So love is a powerful force that can extend through the universe, because that's like, I used to think about radio waves and things because they talked about radio waves leaving our planet, right? And at good vibrations, and I used to sing that song, good vibration. And so it was always this concept of that if the universe was listening to us somehow, then we should put out happy music and be happy people, because that's why I started getting sad. The more that rap music and people would push certain issues, and I became embitterized or blazoned, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, but I want people not to focus on that stuff, because even 50 years ago we weren't. So it's like people are almost coming up with new reasons to be angry, and I'm always like, man, can't you find people reasons to love? And so I've taken drama and people just take me far too seriously. Yeah. And because love is a power, because, so, but the science, this is a little unclear, this part, ready? The first part, the second part is more clear. If you put, like I'm hearing a sonar, beep beep, but if you put, they would put baby Mozart, and there's even baby Mozart books, thinking that if you put, like, Mozart to your child's belly, somehow your child would grow up to be smarter. Science has not proven this, and in fact it might cause your child actually severe mental health disorders, to tell you the truth. Yeah, because because you're putting sonic waves against your child, and secondly, they don't even know what the sound is, so they're hearing, it's not like they're hearing whale calls or something. Whale calls might be more almost accurate. So the point is that, but when, after you can, a baby can feel love. A baby can feel love, so if a person is happy, apparently the child, so apparently when, like I'm saying, when before birth, apparently like a love is a feeling that can, and so it makes sense. And like when they talk about Reiki, or just like how you can almost, so people talk about energy when someone doesn't feel good, and I've been feeling, not the greatest, right? You know what I mean?
Do I have your permission to perform Odin Reiki on you, maybe tomorrow
Well,
or someday?
No, Reiki's a touch thing again, so I don't know.
Well, it's also, you can send it distance.
Oh, okay. Sure. I give you yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Not to cut. Yeah, not to cut you short or diminish what you're saying. Sorry. I'm shooting people unfocused a bit. Yeah. So what I just meant about, it's just focusing on my words. I like to write poetry. This is just like me talking, and I hate talking. Really, I used to like poetry more. But like, so love to me is a force. It's like positive and negative, right? So love is an energy, and they'll try to symbolize, in a sense, love with the power of light, right? Like they'll always talk about that. But so they're just references, right? You know what I mean? It's about balance and everything in the universe. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Because that's why I always found it really beautiful, because it's like talking about dark matter, and I don't know if they call it light matter, because there's dark matter and dark energy, but it's like saying, do they call it light matter and light energy? And you're like, no, it's just called matter, and it's just called energy. And you're like, oh, okay. So they're back to terms. You understand what I mean? Yeah, and I only speak, not to sound redundant, that's why thanks to the other two people, because some of my conversation's redundant, and I'm like, wait, do they call it light matter and light energy? And you're like, no, it's just called matter and energy. And you're like, oh, and they're like, yeah, but there is dark matter and dark energy. Yeah, but it's just a joke, because it's like, what, so like I used to love fantasy, and they had like different colors of magic, so I play magic cards. Yeah, and just not to get off track, okay? So, what I was mentioning is I used to say that love is an energy that can reach across the universe. It's actually one of the things I like to believe and feel. I feel like, yeah, because even I always felt like that it relates to the transmission of our radio signals, and that in a sense, even though we're a fucked up little planet, sorry, we're a pretty happy, joyful little planet. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I said, look, even though we're, not to sound rude, ready, even though we're a fucked up planet, we're a happy, joyful little planet. We're always trying to work it out. And it's like that song, we can work it out. We can work. So we've been trying to work it out, and I think we'll continue to. That's why I just wanted to mention, and, it's, yeah, and because a minute ago I said imagination is like light, and I think that was kind of so I feel like one of my classic things I wrote, I even hashed, I don't know, is that love I feel like is an energy. That's why people, I don't like when I'm dark and negative. It's not really who I am. And I just went, yeah, and then I've always talked about, I like that, I should write it on it. So some of my stuff I never write now. I use the social media to try to extend nice ideas, and it's like how like and I like, it's like making nice quotes or anything. So like imagination is kind of like light. I forgot it. See, like traveling at light speed, because it's like light. It can take you to infinity and beyond, but you can only really go so fast. Like even if you're like, hey, that's not true, and it's like, well, that's. Instant teleportation of, hey, did you take this place, you thief?
Oh, well, I should have not done that.
I know, I think you did it at the last place too. That's why I keep trying to focus, because it's like the last two places they showed up that I was trying to capture, and I was trying to capture 6, and then that's fine. Don't worry, it's just one of the things I was observing, because they'll show up somewhere, and then I'm like, shoot. Yeah. Don't worry, you're tired, and that's just why the frustration, and that's like, I'm not mad at you for it, it's just frustrating, because, yeah, okay, I'm going to Monaghan. Yeah, because I was trying to get 6, this is why I was trying to drive the ass around. I'm enjoying your company, sorry. This is what happens. This is what I talk about, why I'm you're my mortal enemy, and hang on, not really. Because I could have let you gone to sleep, and I'm like, shit, I should have let you gone to sleep, and then eventually, this is what you used to do. It used to be the worst. You used to do that, screw me over, then you'd go offline, and I'd sit here crying and brain destroyed, because every time I was playing with you, you were so disorganized that I couldn't I'm not mad, but that's what used to happen. And so yesterday, and the other day when you said, oh, the only reason I still play video games is to play with you. I'm like, then stop playing video games. Yeah, if you're only playing video games to play with me, don't play video games. Because it makes it that I don't want to play video games. I don't want to play video games because there's like, it gets intense. That's why, and then when I was glad, I'm not mad that you were playing with bipolar people, I'm like, yeah, because you're making it weird again. And this is why it's getting awkward again, and I'm always like, geez, because every time I hang out with you, it starts getting more and more and more and more and more, and then I'll go away. I don't know. And so I just enjoy your company all the time. And like now I feel bad because, ready? No, it's okay. No, I'm getting, no, because I'm mad. Every time, like when I used to get really, I used to wait to, yeah, we always have this, that we're waiting and it's like we're fighting like an old married couple. That's why I mentioned Daniel earlier, because me and Daniel used to fight like an old married couple. And I can't stand that sometimes I'm screaming at people, and then even I lost, like on this game, I feel like I've burned through my reputation in life because I'm screaming at you like we're an old married couple all the time, and I feel sad, and then, you know, and then it's not like I can really change it. That's why I really enjoy your friendship, and I'm getting eaten by a mouse. Giant mouse.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I'm moving as I'm getting eaten, so I'm eating. No, and I'm not mad at you. It's because, like, now I could have got you to go to, and then I was trying to claim workshops, and I'm a little slow in the head trying to eat sandwiches. And they're like, wait, what the heck? And they're like, yeah, Rose claimed it. And I'm like, damn it. So I started laughing at myself because I'm not in a bad mood. This is why I wanted to have that conversation, because getting back into gaming with you, you started getting back into this whole where you're getting focused on, like, that it's because you're with me, and I'm like, what the heck? It's about playing Fallout, like, yeah. And then, yeah. Like, that's what Fallout's about. You don't get on Fallout to, like, I don't know. Hello?
Yeah, hi. I'm just, I was listening to what you were saying. I just noticed that,
I just mean I enjoy your company and I enjoy the compliments, the duality. That's what you gotta remember. It's like, well, yeah, you can enjoy my company. I just, like, now I'm apologizing, honey, because I don't want to keep you up later than you need to be up. And then suddenly I'm like, shit, Rosie, you took my workshops, and you're like, sorry about that. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm laughing, ready? I'm like, shit, that's what I'm just explaining, ready?
I only took one of them, but okay, sorry.
That was okay. That's why I'm just trying to laugh at what it is about this game. So, like, this game got a lot of people from Call of Duty. Yeah, do you know how hard it is to have friends from Call of Duty? You know why?
Anyone available should report to the designated extermination
I
site.
don't like games like that, and the reason is I'm talking about, bro, it creates such an aggressive attitude, and you take
All components engaged. Activating targeting protocols. Please stand by.
And I don't mean that rudely. That's why, you know, it's not really healthy.
Error. Unrequested tube decompression detected. Immediate repair requested.
People in the head in Call of Duty better than me. I'll cook hamburgers better than me. I'll drive.
Component health has detected. Continuing function. Requesting immediate user support. Signal strength failure detected. Signal boost procedure required. Attention users. Temperature approaching unsafe levels. Action required.
At the workshop.
labyrinth and pushing it over there. And what
Temperature anomaly corrected. Resuming remote connection.
Exactly. So even when I diss on a game, it sounds like I'm suddenly hating on people. You're like, bro, I love Call of Duty and Fortnite. What are you saying against me? And I'm like,
System orientation complete. Signal broadcast active.
So it's
Target
because it becomes
locked.
this competitive.
Immediate evacuation required.
Repeat.
You know, the one please retreat to a safe distance immediately.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with them. It just gets annoying. Is how much Activision sucks. They'll be like, I hate Activision. Activision sucks. And they'll just go on about their... Yeah, so it's not that... Yeah, it's like playing swimming and there was a day I can suck ass at Call of Duty and enjoy it already if I didn't have to sit there listening to people bitching about Activision. So me bitching at you about Bethesda, or me bitching at you about mental health, or me bitching at you about how my bacon tastes terrible. It doesn't taste terrible.
Attention citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Not in a rude way, right? As Fortnite players or any player, even I wanted to play Minecraft my whole life, right? That looked amazing. Minecraft looked amazing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, love it.
Well,
Specified hostiles eliminated.
My
Infestation
because I wanted to
cleared.
play it when it came out. And
Thank you for your participation.
Didn't know anybody, and even though people were like, if you want to play it, just play it. It was like, yeah, but I have friends that I play with on Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff. I was playing other things. So picking up a side game that, you know, I knew would probably be highly addictive, and then, like, I would be like, yeah, but then that would mean that I would shift my focus away from the other games. So it's like asking if you want a sandwich made of ready, whole wheat, or white bread. You know what the best answer would be?
One slice whole wheat and one slice white.
Exactly. There you go. You nailed it. Yeah, sorry. And so like so I'm trying to eat the sandwich. You've been good company today. That's why I was trying to tell you to cheer up and how I'm not stressed out about anything and we've had a great day today. Because like on the weekends and I've tried to talk to you about, you know, just, did I capture this place? I guess I did. Wow. Oh, sorry for a minute, because I'm momentarily having to mumble to myself. Okay, so I'll go back to mumbling less. What? Huh? Sorry. Oh, it's upstairs. Okay. Sorry, haven't been here often. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Sorry. Yeah, so, you know, life is beautiful in most of us around the world, and that's why recently, and even meeting you, I find it's like, yeah, I enjoy your company. That's why when I feel like I have to constantly bring up, I don't have to, that's bad phrasing. Bringing up the past is a way for me to try to get you to just stop thinking about the worries and accept that things have happened. I need for it. I just want. No, not stop it. No, stop. Immediately. Come on, hello. I'm not talking like that. That's what I'm talking about. Stop. Jesus, that's what I'm talking about. It's like saying how you voted for Obama and it's your fault. That joke. Come on, that was supposed to make you laugh. Obamacare is your fault, Rosie. Did you vote for Obama?
I think so, maybe.
Oh no, don't have into it. You might be making enemies right now. There you go. That's like why I was I was trying to shut down.
Sandwiches,
Again, you misunderstand a lot of things.
grinders, and hoagies are the same. They and Sunny. They are all ravioli.
Back to the Call of Duty thing.
I am the real Sunny.
Don't listen to those
other
I used to go on the Call of Duty and I'd be standing there and be like, ooh, pretty tree. And I'd put like birds and shit in Call of Duty eventually. So I'd like be looking at a bird with my sniper rifle. I'd be like, look, there's a bird. And I'd be like, oh, you got marked. And people would be like, that's because you suck, bro, and I'm elite. And I'd be like, bro, okay, certain games, it's about skill, and so I'd get into massive, huge, heated arguments with people, and even watching other people raging and stuff, right? And seeing competitive online gameplay, which there's competitive online in many like League of Legends, and League of Legends is exciting. Everything that you ever played League of Legends, you know, kind of going circles. It's not the worst either. $1 million trophies. Yeah, it's not the worst either. So what I was talking about, like as I'm looking at myself and spinning, and I appreciate, this is actually an appreciation speech for you and all people to follow, and the people with me tonight. Love you all. And it's like, so like, going on a bike ride, which I really appreciate, my life, I really appreciate it, and me trying to play games and do social media sometimes or anything, is just me also trying to, in a sense, share my life with people. Because it's easy to just sit there and have a glass of tea and read a book. And some, you know, I mean, certain things like that. And I just wanted to thank you. And when I play, because that's why when I screech and holler like anything, I'm like, nah, that's right, and I start trying to, sounds like I have weird speech impediments and how I mumble. And I'm like, well, because it's social media. And it's like I was a much better engagements in a face-to-face personality setting. That's why I miss going to work, and I always enjoyed work. But I preferred the work in the context of not having to be the physical labor. Physical labor is fine for me. It's just because of the constant grind on my body. Not being a body armor. Have to. Like being a bad comedian only on the headset or on social media, almost people are like, that's offensive. I guess a better word than judgment is critic, because you know, like we have good critics and bad critics, and you're that's like doing a game. Just because I don't recognize or identify with it, that was making me laugh because I saw some articles that was just talking about it. Taylor Swift, and I was just like, what is this? For somebody like Taylor Swift or somebody, you know why? That sounds like a random buddy, because if I went up to Drake and he was like, oh my god, I love you, you're seeing my tits, he'd look at me like, you looked at me, and it was just kind of awkwardly weird. Already if I went up to Taylor Swift and said, will you sign my tits, I love you, he'd probably laugh and be like, that's weird. Because it's, yeah, so it's like the idiosyncrasy, and so I'm a big fan of people, and people don't find that. That's why people think I should be on TV and stuff. Here's the thing, I wish someone would 41 times, because it's not like I'm gonna get in my cosplay and go jump around like but it doesn't sort of cheer people. I don't want to cheer people on. And I used to want to dress up other people, but not like in the sense of scare people, but in the sense of there are people with sexual I'm down for everything, who knows, maybe on a Sunday when I'm not busy. And so the point was that I wanted all people to get like stuff fair on a regular con, and because besides normal healthy ways to have like a fair costume and offer people not any kind of like but I did watch that movie Dead Race, something like that. it's a movie of real people. They go to an island that they're all there. It's just a funny comedy movie. Like that. Okay, so it's focusing. then I knew from Fallout, or from, like, World of Warcraft, that sometimes, you know, people would play these games like this, so that's why I kind of really trying to relationship, because I love playing with it's mine, but I never want to have to necessarily give up on my friends. There's always reminding myself all the good savvy I'm kind of stuff. He's on the other side. I can't reach. It's not annoying.
Here, I'm trying to grab it.
I'm well. I'm overflowing.
I got you.
I'm overweight too. That's what it was. When I used to take some So this is why, like, I've mentioned that I'm getting to the point where you're confusing me, because I'm trying to calm down, because every night when I'm playing, the first day I go from every day, it's like I can never. Yeah, it's like waking up today thinking I was going to play video games when you were at the mall, and then later on you're crying that you're not at the. And it's like, fuck, you can't do this if you're going to make it like now. You're stuck in a ditch, and it's like I have to power on the game and start screaming at you. Otherwise, and it's like. So it's getting emotional for me that if you can't, and I'm only telling you because it's not. Because again, I have to pay the rent. You are the one that it's like, look, I can easily turn this game off, walk away. I can barely put a foot, I can barely get a ditch. You can't concentrate on just listening to anybody. I'm not mad, I'm worried about you. And like now, I'm practically screaming at you because I'm the one stuck in the ditch. That's why I tell you things like not talking to Dave, instead of talking in the car. You do like many people. It's like you're gonna get in the car, everything's my fault. I'm stuck in this ditch, I feel like I'm blaming you. I'm like, no, I'm stuck in the ditch. I just start getting freaked out that I was repeating myself, and I don't want either one of us to be up this late. Yeah, so I don't want either one of us to be online, and then like now, I went to try